finally, we got our hands on the Mini Brands books, the mystery box with tiny readable pages of books. Yes, you heard. I've been tagged everywhere to review the newest Mini Brands books mystery boxes. And these mystery boxes are supposed to have tiny books of classics that are well known. And according to the packaging itself, it says there are 40 to collect. I mean, look how adorable Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is and how small it looks compared to the fingers, so I'm pretty excited to see these. But not just that, the pages are readable? Excuse me? Now, even though I was tagged on this a little bit of everywhere, these were really hard to find. They're exclusive to Target in the USA, and as someone in Canada, I had to order it in the US, and then travel to the US, and then pick them up, and then bring them to Canada. So it was quite the journey. I hope you like these. I'm curious to see if they're any good, if they're worth your cash, or if they go
in the trench.
Let me know in the comment section below, what is your favorite classical book when you were a little grain? I don't know if it's read everywhere, but The Little Prince was really big here in Quebec. So it's also very possible that some of these books I am just not familiar with because I grew up in the French side of Canada and we read mostly French books. But I'm gonna do my best to give you more or less the plot of each book. Not too much detail, just enough. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe and click on all notifications while you're there, which will turn you into a grain of salt in the Salt Shaker family. And don't forget to leave a like on the video, which really helps us a lot.
Smash that like button.
There's the like button. Smash it. Smash, smash, smash. Hey Jackie, what you doing right now? Jackie!
Jackie!
Well, I guess you can't tell, but I am playing Empires and Puzzles, so leave me be, Jackie. Which means before we continue, I'd like to talk about today's sponsor, Empires and Puzzles. Not only is Empires and Puzzles free to play, it is one of the first of its kind to combine two genres, which is match 3 and role play. This game was so easy to learn, but a little harder to master, where the goal is to match different kinds of shields and elements of the same color in order to strategically take on some enemies. And this game will take you all around the world. From the mystical seas of Atlantis, all the way to the tombs of ancient Egypt. Not only do you get to play the match 3, but you also can collect well over 450 different characters and use their attacks during your gameplay. I found that element very unique in this kind of match 3 type puzzle game, and I absolutely adore it. And yes, every month they introduce new heroes. But not only do you get new heroes, you can upgrade their talent tree and power up your team. And yes, they do have PvP leaderboards as well. And Empires and Puzzles also has many different kinds of events happening all the time. Currently, they have the Holiday Cheer event with exclusive rewards, joyous challenges that'll even make this season truly magical. And if you want something really exciting, you should definitely try the Owl Tower, which is set to start really soon. And they have many more events set for 2024, so make sure that you do check out my link down below and download Empires and Puzzles, whether it's on Android or iOS. Again, the link will be in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment for your free-to-play Empires and Puzzles adventure to start today. Thank you, Empires and Puzzles, for sponsoring a portion of today's video. I'm not sure how many books are in each one of these. I usually try to avoid any kind of spoilers, but we do have 10 to unbox, so we're just gonna move these to the side. Just give me a second. I'm gonna move to the side. I got this. There. And I really hope Mini Brands worked on their actual unboxing experience. Let's see how this opens. Okay. Very nice. Okay, also very nice. Hopefully there's not too much glue that we're going to start slowing down from here on. And there's nothing particular about these balls that make them stand out. Don't take me out of context, but here we go. Very nice. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 baggies. And everything is pretty white, so we're just gonna put my felt on here and see the list of books that we can, oh my goodness. Oh my, wow. Okay, hang on. So, we're gonna start off with the legendary. Apparently there's a Goosebumps. I'm guessing this is going to be glow in the dark. Not sure. And then we have iconic, which is worlds turned upside down. Luxury books. Okay. I think these are basically hardcover type books. I'm not sure. We're gonna find out all together. And then we have these ultra rares here. I'm sure some of you would recognize these books, but for now, I don't want to look into it too much. And then for some reason, these ones are all rares, which, I mean, they don't look too different or too rare. I'm really curious what the common ones are. And And to be very honest, the common ones actually look really good. I feel like I know more of the common ones than the rares or the ultra rares. Mind you though, I do know Goosebumps, which is very vintage. So I think I would be happy with any of them. I'm kind of surprised that Vampire Diaries is in there, but not Twilight. Would have loved to see Twilight. Maybe even Hunger Games. Maybe it's in there. I didn't pay attention too much. And in addition to all this, it looks like we can get tiny bookmarks as well and a magnifying glass. Okay, so let's see if we can get an ultra rare or any of the rares today. And each one does have 4, so let's go ahead and start randomly with this one. The packaging itself just says Mini Brands Books. Oh my goodness. Our first book, I think that's a rare. What is that? Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Is that an actual book? Look at these. No. Get out of here. Look at that. Okay, we're gonna look at this more closely. Here's what the back looks like. Can we actually read this? Yes. It's really tiny, but if you do look hard, you can actually read this. I'm gonna bring your grains a little closer right here. Kitty editor, feel free to screenshot right there to show the grains that they can actually read all this tiny writing. This is my thumb, by the way, just for size comparison. Yeah, it looks like we got a rare. So the Pride and Prejudice Zombie is a rare. I didn't even know that was a book, but let's take a look at this cover. It looks pretty neat. Let's open a random page. My goodness, is this readable? I don't know. I don't think so. Let's get close to chapter 1. You can definitely read chapter 1. Let's get you grains even closer. Chapter 1 is definitely legible, but if we get a little closer to other pages, not so much. So I think the pages that are more legible is just page 1 and the back and the front. And according to Google, this book is a parody, combining the classic with modern zombie fiction. Our second book is Vampire Diaries. What a lovely cover. I love the fact that these covers are very nicely printed. They don't look grainy or any kind of blurry. Let's get closer. So here you can say the awakening and the struggle. The other page over here, let's get much closer. And you can definitely still read this. Check out the pages. So tiny, so cute. And let's check out the first chapter, and if it still says readable. Some of you are probably going to yell at me for bending the crease like this. I am not gentle at all. I do like to bend my books, and that's why I don't like hardcover. Let me know in the comments, do you like hardcover? Do you like digital? Do you like soft cover? Because I bend my soft covers. Let's get close. And yes, you can 100% read the first page. I think that's basically their gimmick, is they're making you be able to read the first page and maybe you'll buy the book. This one feels pretty slim, so I'm curious what it is. It's very colorful. What are you? It Starts With Us. I've never in my life heard about this book. And apparently it was a New York Times bestseller. Cover's pretty interesting. Here's what the back says. And again, feel free to pause if you want. Let's check out the first few pages. It says it starts with us. And then it has all the copyright stuff. And that's it. I don't think the first page here is legible. No, that's a waste. No, it is not. And according to Google, this is a romance type book where Riley and her ex basically co-parent and then bumps into her first love again. That's what it is. Is it popular? I don't know. Fourth book. Oh, this is a hardcover. This is a hardcover. What? No. Stranger Things? World Turned Upside. No. Okay, we started off pretty strong. Give me a second. What? Did we just grains? I think we just got a super rare here. It says iconic. Now I don't know how rare iconic is because we have legendary, iconic, luxury, and then ultra rare. So I'm guessing this is even more rare, but it is a hardcover book based on the popular series on Netflix called also Stranger Things. It is an absolutely phenomenal show. If you haven't watched it, definitely watch it. And here's what it looks like all the way around. Let's zoom in quite a bit. So you can see you can absolutely read what is here. And then the front, here's a close-up of the actual cover. Look at that, it is hardcover. Pretty cool. Let's check out the first page and then see if we can read the foreword. Yes. So this is definitely something you can read if you wanted to. And then once we get into different pages, the words start cutting off quite a bit. So you're better off with the first page if you're really curious. I'm curious if they add any images in there. The answer is no. This is cute. I'm kind of tempted to make a mini library.
I also wanted to give a shout out to my wonderful friend, Creative Kara, who made this gorgeous Galaxy Gals, yes, alcohol marker coloring book. This book has pages that you can use your alcohol markers on, and it are single-sided, so you don't have to worry about the illustration on the other side. Not only that, but if you want to remove it from the book, they have the area where you could just take the page very easily for you to color on. The illustrations in this book are absolutely gorgeous, and as the title says, with galaxy gals doing various different galaxy gal poses and things. This is not sponsored, not affiliated, but I just wanted to give a shout out to my good friend who made an absolutely adorable product. If you want to check it out, I will leave the link down below. I've always been a huge believer in creators supporting creators, so I really do want to give this shout out. Get your copy down below.
Beautiful. Our 4 surprises. In book number 1, you are... Excuse me? Another hardcover. Let me just double check here. Yeah, these are not hardcover. Don't yell at me. I'm not very nice with my books. And this one is hardcover. Interestingly, and good for us, is that some of the hardcovers are also common, which is, I guess, really cool. And here we have the popular series Diary of a Wimpy Kid, which, if I'm not mistaken, Kitty Editor, can you please confirm, was also turned into a show, or is it a show turned into a book? Education time with Kitty. I think here they were trying to do a spiral band, I'm not sure, which I don't think so. Here's the side of the book, and here's the back. You can see all the other books in the collection. Let's zoom in a lot more. And you can definitely read the back of the book, and even the images are not too bad. You can actually make them out. Is that person sitting on a toilet? I think they are. They look like they're wrapped in bandages too. And let's see what the first few pages look like. So this is empty. This is pretty cool. So this one's actually a little illustrated. Let's get the, oh my goodness. It is illustrated. Yeah, this is very readable. Look at that. And it even has the illustrations. That is really cool. And then here's what the rest of the book looks like. I don't see any other illustrations, and they are also not very easy to read. You can't read this, but you can find out if you wanted to read it within the first few pages. First page only. Oh, wait, what? This just fell out. We have a bookmark. Okay, and it's double-sided too. Let's see if it's compatible with the actual book. So here's my book, and you can just put your bookmark in there. Very cute. Now I'm curious if we've missed other bookmarks, but I'm gonna keep an eye on these bags. I'm gonna keep an eye on these bags is what I'm trying to say. Next one. Oh, what? Hang on. Okay, what's going on here? What is this? What is that? There's actual warnings. So it says here, do not use the magnifying glass under direct sunlight, which means this is actual glass. Does this actually work? So we have a magnifying glass. What? Okay, hang on. No way. We have Matilda, a very big classic in literature, and even was made into a movie and also became a classic as a movie. And here's what it looks like. Let's use our magnifying glass and see if it works. Does it? Can my camera catch it? Let me see without the camera. A little bit. We have to get really close. Okay, let's try that. So here's the font. You can see it better now. So Quentin Blake, and if we get over here, now you can see it. Maybe it's a little dirty. Aha. So let's see if that helps. Yep, definitely better. Yeah, it definitely magnifies. The camera just has a bit of a harder time to actually read this. Here's what the back looks like. Make sure everything you do is completely crazy. It's unbelievable. Okay, here's our first page, and then our main page. And if we get closer, there you go. You can actually read this. Very, very cute. And then the next few pages disintegrate in quality and readability. But if you wanted to, you can definitely use this magnifying glass to read it. It's just unfortunate because the camera is gonna have, there you go. The camera can catch sometimes, or other times it just makes it blurry, but I can tell you in real life, it does actually magnify a little bit. I like this. This is cute. This over here is really flat, but I'm gonna keep an eye open here, just in case there's another bookmark. And what are you? You are colorful. No, the Babysitter's Club. I remember when I was a little grain, everyone was crazy about the Babysitter's Club. I just couldn't get into it. I was mostly reading fantasy novels. I was different even back then. And here you can see the illustration, super cute. Oh, it looks like it's on Netflix too. And you can see Scholastic. Let's see the back of the book. Very tiny, very digestible type books. And here's what it says in the back. Let's check out the first few pages. This one, turn it around, and we have chapter 1. How legible is it? Yeah, absolutely legible. I wish they made more than just one page that is readable, because the second we turn it around, you just can't read it anymore. And there's no illustrations. I have to say, I'm liking the set way more than I thought I would. Next, this is pretty slim, so I don't know what this is. Oh, a Goosebumps. Anything in here? No. So Goosebumps was a huge series both on TV and in terms of books of weird horror stories. They were more ridiculous than actual scary. This one's called The Haunted Mask. The only thing I remember from Goosebumps is that it's saw-dough, accent on the O, I think, or the dough. Here's the scene.
Saw-dough. No, mister. Accent on the dough.
Here's what the back looks like. Let's super zoom in. You can definitely read this very clearly. And if we turn it around, you can get a good look at the actual art. Here's our first page and our chapter 1 close up. Yep, absolutely phenomenal. Always feel free. If you want to pause and read, you could do that. And we get our 4 surprises. Number 1. Keep an eye on those. There's the bookmark. And we have another hardcover. So excited I can't talk. We get a Mini Brands Books bookmark. Again, double-sided. And our book is another Diary of a Wimpy Kid. This one is The Last Straw. Here's what it looks like in the back. Let's get closer. So still, again, very easy to read. And just to show you, there are differences in the book. The color, just everything looks great, but they're both hardcover, which is really cool if you want to collect them. And let's get our first pages. Here's the first page. Again, we have illustration and then another page with illustration. Let's zoom in. Look at that. Very, very cute. And I love the fact that they include the drawings. And then the next few pages. No. Number 2 is a soft cover, and you are another Stranger Things. This one is called Darkness on the Edge of Town. Here's what the back looks like. Wow, that is hard to even look at. Forget it, you can't read this. This is absolutely no. Even if I bring you brains closer, it's just not possible to see what it is. Let's hope the inside of the book is better. So first page looks good. Next page and chapter 1. Wow, that is tiny. But yeah, you can still read it. So that's good news. Next pages, absolutely not. I'm not sure what's in here. Okay, there's the book. Okay, we have the book. Let's get you out. And we have, what is BFG? I don't think I've ever heard of this book before. If anybody knows this book, let me know in the comment section below, but the illustration is really cute. We have a giant type looking person and a tiny person over here. It says, human beings is not really believing in giants, is they? Humans beings is not thinking we exist. Interesting. I've never heard of this book before. So let's take a look at the first page. We have another illustration in here, and then the first actual chapter. And you can actually look at it, and it does have, again, another illustration on the first page. And nothing else in the rest of the pages. And according to Google, this is about a girl named Sophie who befriends a big friendly giant, and they go on adventures together. Kind of cute. This one here is, just checking, we have Clueless. I feel like a lot of these books are based on movies or TV shows, which is interesting. And I'm curious which one came first in terms of Clueless. Kitty Editor will definitely fill us in. And the title says Boys Clothes Popularity Whatever. This was so popular back in the day. Now a major motion picture from Paramount. Let's check out the back. Yeah, you can still read it pretty easily. And let's get this open. Oh wow, we start right away on the first chapter. Goodness. Yeah, this gets straight to the point. Actually, no, we get more. Here's the actual chapter, and you can also read it pretty easily. So this one seems to have more pages that you can read. And then it just basically goes back to normal.
Bruh.
Well, you know what? It's our first one, so it's not too bad. Let's see what we get. This one's really thin. You are. Any bookmarks? No. Burn book. What's a burn book? Oh, nothing here. Oh, I know what a burn book is. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe a burn book is something that you write maybe your deepest, darkest secrets or fears or something you really want to say but you can't, and then you burn it. You just get it out of your system and then you burn it. Yeah, it's just lined pages. Okay, another very thin one. You are. Very slim book. Bunnicula, a rabbit tale of mystery. What is this? Definitely a horror book. Let's get a little closer to the Dracula rabbit? Okay, here's what the back looks like. Beware the hair. Is he or isn't he a vampire? I guess you can pause to read if you want to. Let's check out the first page. It's written by two people, interestingly enough, co-authoring. I guess that you would need a lot of inspiration to write a book like this. And then we have the editor's note. You can actually read the editor's note over here. Can we see the first chapter? No, we only get the editor's note as something that we can read. And according to Google, the book is about a strange little bunny accused of being a vampire, and then there's a cat and dog detective trying to get to the bottom of it. It's not what I expected, but okay. Next, we have another slim book. We have The Twits, another Roald Dahl book that I have not read. I absolutely love the brightness and saturation of these colors. It says, to pay Ms. Twit back for the worms in his spaghetti. Oh, Mrs. Mr. Twit thought up of a really clever, nasty trick. So basically it's a prank book. It's a couple pranking each other. It's basically YouTube in book format. Very cute. Let's see the first page, which is the cover. And then here we have the first chapter. Wow, that is really tiny. Let's get much closer. And we have an illustration and a very readable first page. Next. Oh, a hardcover. I'm guessing it's the Diary of a Wimpy Kid. We still don't have another bookmark. Is it though? Yes. This one is Dog Days. It looks like to be another series, so we are getting different ones. Here's what the back looks like. Again, very legible. And let's get through the first page. Oh wait, a bookmark just, what the heck? That bookmark was just hiding. And it looks like a map. Actually, speaking of map, I'm surprised there's no Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit in there. So here's what it looks like. And then the first page has an entry on Friday and an illustration at the bottom. I have to say, unboxing these is probably one of the most satisfying mini brands unboxings we've done in a while. Let's see what 4 new ones we get. Hopefully they're new. We have a hardcover. Let's check for any bookmarks. You are. Oh, Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children. This one is Hollow City. Now, I know this was turned, I think, into a movie or a series. Haven't gotten to watching it yet, but it is on my list. Let me know if you like this. And here's the back. Wow, this looks so interesting. This looks really interesting. And you can definitely read the back over here. I love the fact that each of them actually tells you the price in US and Canadian. And let's check out the inside. It is definitely a hardcover. We have the first page. And then, wow, the first chapter. That is so tiny. Let's really zoom in and find out whether or not it is indeed readable. My poor Kramer's like, I'm trying my best. And the answer is yes. Very tiny, but very readable. Look at that. And of course, the rest of the pages are as we expect them to be, which is just filler pages. This one's really, really slim. You are? No, we have our first double. We have another Bunnicula book. I'm actually surprised it took this long to get a double. Next, you are. We have a bookmark. A ribbon type bookmark. It's a little on the lazy side in terms of an actual bookmark, but okay. Would have loved to see actual cloth ones, but whatever. And we have Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Do we have this one? We do. We have our second double in here. Okay, please don't be a double. Please be something new. Let's see, you are, what are you? Another Vampire Diaries, but it is not a double. This is a different volume, if I'm not mistaken. Here's what the back looks like. Is it readable? The answer is barely. Very, very hard to read with the red on the black. Let's check out the first pages. Very nice here. And then the first chapter, we have the preface. Looks like yes. The font is a little annoying because it's kind of italicized, but otherwise, yes, you can read it. It's just slanted, which is annoying. And the rest of the pages are what we would expect. Don't forget to get started on your own adventure in Empires and Puzzles, the Match 3 RPG puzzle game, by checking my link in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. And thank you again, Empires and Puzzles, for sponsoring a portion of today's video. Now, I have to say, I thought we would go through the entire 10 of the mystery boxes, but I didn't expect them to be this detailed and this interesting. So we're gonna have to wait for part 2 in order to do the next 5. Let me know which one of these books is your favorite, which ones have you read, which ones you don't like. And if you want to watch more mystery box unboxings, make sure you click up here. Why is my hair in the way? But if you want to watch something crafty, make sure you click down here. Until then, I will see you grains in the next video.